Hinata Hyuga is one of the most popular women in Naruto. She's definitely a fan favorite and adored by many fans, especially when it comes to her ship with Naruto. She's a cutesy, shy anime girl in love, so obviously there's a huge appeal when it comes to the male audience at least, or a certain kind of male audience.
Hinata Hyuga is a ninja and she can do ninja things, but most importantly, she's a people-pleasing shy girl with a massive rack, which to be honest is the perfect combination for being gaslit manipulated by a Sigma unit like myself. Her 1,000-mile stare isn't just for nothing though. 360 X-ray vision that can even let her zoom in like binoculars, so she'll never have a problem finding a tiny little micro. She comes in 3 time skip flavors, underage, and MILF. This is a trad waifu. Hinata is family-oriented and will beg for you to get her pregnant. And even spends most of her time in the newest series just fucking doing dishes, cooking, and taking care of her family. To summarize, I only got 2 words. Quiet, shy, family-oriented trad wife with massive tits that must be...
But also a lot of female fans. But does she actually deserve all the hype? When talking about poorly written women in Naruto, I often see people point Hinata out as an exception, and that confuses me a lot because the way I see it, she is one of the most poorly handled female characters. It's true that she's special when it comes to her background and backstory, but when it actually comes down to her writing and her character, then, well, there's nothing much going on. Hinata Hyuga started off as a very interesting character in my opinion. She was completely different from all the other girls in both design and personality. She kind of stood out, and she had trauma. Being the heiress of the Hyuga clan, her upbringing was constantly pretty brutal. Then there's her rival, well, technically a rival, there's not really a rivalry from her side, but still. Neji, her cousin, a family struggle. He's letting all his anger against the main branch out on Hinata. Hinata is not just shy, but rather just very self-conscious and nervous. She's seen as a disappointment by her father, hated by Neji. There's actually a lot of depth here, and I really like it. Only if it wasn't for one thing, and that is Naruto. Hinata is in love with the main character Naruto Uzumaki, and let me be honest, in Classic this love isn't much of an issue, although I'd handle it differently. You see, Hinata fell in love with Naruto when they were just little kids, and he tried to protect her from her bullies. I already went over how stupid that whole scene is in my last video, but the thing is, this whole scene came after a filler scene in Hinata's fight against Pain. It wasn't canon, and then it sort of was retconned, and the whole scarf thing was added, and the setting was changed to like winter. Hinata getting bullied in first place for her clan and her eyes makes 0 sense. Why would anyone dare to do this? Why would anyone even bully the heiress of the Hyuga clan? She'd be guarded anyway. She literally almost got kidnapped. A better way to handle this would have been if the kids avoided her instead of bullying her because they were scared or something, but bullying? So Hinata liking Naruto in Classic at that point was kind of not really explained. I think she shouldn't have liked him until the Chunin exams. She should have barely even known anything about him given that she lived so isolated and secluded. Then in the Chunin exams when Naruto cheers for her and gives her hope and all that stuff, that's when she can start developing feelings for him. It would feel much more natural. But like I said, her love for Naruto in part 1 doesn't take that much from her character. She still has all this stuff with Neji going on and her clan and all that, which is why Hinata in Classic is the best version of her, writing wise at least in my opinion. But then in Shippuden it just keeps going downhill. When we first see her, she's crushing on Naruto, getting nervous that he's back, which is fine, but it seems like every time she's on screen it's all about Naruto. She has so much to work with, but Kishimoto was like, nah, Naruto's love interest is enough. And what's worse is that it's so one-sided. Naruto isn't really interested in her like that. I mean, they're not even really friends. They were like friendly, but friends, barely, you know. Many people praise her for standing up against Pain in the Pain arc, but this whole fight was filler. She got slammed within 1 panel. Don't get me wrong, the way she stood up trying to save him was honorable, but it wasn't handled really well, you know. She looks stupid in that fight. Whereas in the anime, she tries to destroy the roots on Naruto to free him because Naruto is the only one that can handle Pain. In the manga, she straight up charges at Pain and then gets slammed. It feels like she she just wanted to confess her love before everything goes down. I know I'm being harsh right now, but that's genuinely how it comes off. And I mean, she says it herself, she's being selfish in that moment. And it doesn't help that after this, Naruto literally does not address her confession a single time. Not even a thank you. It's like all of this was for nothing. Sure, Naruto went all wild when he saw her in that situation, but I'd argue he'd react like that for even, I don't know, Kiba if he did that. You know, brutally dies in front of his eyes. Some people say that he didn't react like that to Kakashi or Tsunade, but that's the thing. Hinata literally brutally was slammed into the ground right in front of his eyes in an attempt to save him. That's very different in my opinion. Hinata really doesn't do much other than what she did against Pain until the war arc. Her whole character is just the girl that is in love with Naruto. It seems like everything with her clan is just irrelevant now. All her family drama is just settled, sort of. There's many bonds outside of Naruto that should have been explored with Hinata. Her bond with her sister, how her relationship with her father changed, how her clan changed, how she actively took part in making that change, wanting to end the slavery within her clan, but she doesn't do that. In fact, she doesn't even acknowledge the slavery in her clan until Naruto points it out. Also her team. I mean, Team 8 is the least developed team overall, even though it has some interesting characters, and also the only female sensei. Very interesting how the only team that has a woman leading it is completely irrelevant. Typical Kishimoto, I guess. Anyway though, going back to Hinata's sister, Hanabi, this was such a wasted opportunity to develop female relationships because we barely have that in Naruto. They're like the only sisters in this story. I think it would have been interesting if something like Hanabi hating Hinata happened. You know, not because she's evil, but because she just looks at how her father treats Hinata and adapts to that, which kids tend to do, you know? Seeing her as weak and all, not knowing that Hinata's just selfless because she loves her. That would make for a cool dynamic and a relationship that could have been explored very well. Because why does Hanabi even exist at this point? The only relevance she had was to defeat Hinata so Hinata could be seen as a disappointment. Of course, also Neji and her should have shown to slowly start getting along again, but we just kind of make a skip and suddenly they're all good. I get that time passed, but guys, show don't tell, you know? I want to see that development. I don't just want to be told that there's something, I want to see that development. So yeah, Hinata in Shippuden has nothing interesting to offer. Her only role is to love Naruto, and that is so very clear, and also be used as eye candy, at least by Studio Pierrot, which is I mean, even Kishimoto, when he asked someone who his favorite character was Naruto and they said Hinata, Kishimoto's first reaction was, oh, you like girls with big boobs, huh? Come on, man. Entering the war arc, she does about as much as all the other side characters, but then you also have moments where she's again hyper-focused on Naruto and just kind of acts dumb. Like when Shikamaru almost died, even Tobirama, who doesn't even know the guy, was relieved, and Hinata, she only thinks of standing beside Naruto. This scene was changed in the anime because it makes her look awful. Like, be happy for your comrade, for God's sakes. But of course we also have her jumping in front of Naruto in an attempt to save him. Rotation, hello. I guess she was just weakened here, I don't know, but then the most unnecessary and dumbest death happens, where Kishimoto literally admitted he only did it for Naruhina development. Neji, you deserve so much better. Neji gets pierced through and dies. This makes Naruto want to genuinely give up, but Hinata slaps him and gives him a motivational speech, so he locks back in. If it wasn't for the bizarre circumstances and this horribly, poorly handled death scene, the scene would actually be good, but I don't want to be too harsh. It's good that she did this, obviously, even though it follows with her thinking about how big and strong Naruto's hand is while Neji's dead body is right in front of her. Girl barely grieved here, unlike Lee, he's a real one, but hey, it's war, you gotta focus, so fair enough, I guess. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, she's not well written. The writing barely even exists. I believe that people mostly like her due to the fact that she's so calm and shy, so they look past all the horrible writing choices. I could also go over the last, but I already did that in the last video. To sum it up though, also just Naruto focused and overhyped. Cool titles don't make up for awful writing, okay? Then there's Boruto. Her only role is being a worried mother and a housewife. Listen, there's nothing wrong with being a housewife, but when we literally see her in the kitchen 99% of the time, it's boring. She's the main character's mother, for God's sakes. Let her do more. I mean, Boruto seems to be a mama's boy, so like, come on, she doesn't have to like fight or anything, but she can be someone who, I don't know, gives like very deep advice or something, just something other than being worried and being in the kitchen. The only cool thing she did was slap Kawaki. She's so unbelievably boring and gets hyped for it. Listen, I understand that she has likable qualities that are even relatable to many people, but they're not handled right within the story. They're just used as devices rather than actual character traits. Hinata, like many of the women in Naruto, had huge potential to be great, but I think especially with her and her unique background, that she could have been one of the most interesting and well-written characters in Naruto. And that's what makes her character so frustrating to me, because I just keep seeing the potential and missed opportunities, and then I'm faced with the reality and how awful it actually is. And it's not like Kishimoto doesn't understand women, it's that he obviously has a clear vision of how women should be. And it's awful. Hinata's writing is misogynistic because of how male-centered it is, whilst completely throwing aside everything she is on her own. She barely is anything on her own at this point. I don't hate Hinata, I hate her writing. I hate the writing of all the women in Naruto because it's just so frustrating to watch, especially with Hinata. As for her relationship with Naruto though, listen, all you had to do is give them small scenes where they both equally acknowledge each other throughout the story and everything would have made perfect sense. That would have been enough, but we don't even get that. Like, we just get Hinata liking him, that's all. Naruhina, again, my last video, kind of goes deeper into that. Hinata is just Naruto's love interest at this point. And not even love interest, she's just the girl that loves Naruto, because she's not even a love interest until the war arc, and especially until the last, which is a horrible movie. Anyways guys, join my Discord, the link is in the description. Like the video and subscribe. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments and I'll see you next time. Bye!